Welcome back to day number 3 of the Florida Winter Tour, presented by Fikse Wheels. Again, the VCI, powered by AM Racing Engines, Florida Winter Tour. We just wrapped up on-track action here for round number 1 of the ROK weekend at Homestead Karting. Here at Homestead, we had quite a few drivers separate themselves from the field today. In Micro ROK, presented by Team Zanella, it was Miguel Costa who was able to pull away just enough to keep challenges away from behind. He was able to take the win in the 18-lap main event. In Mini ROK, presented by Team Bordonia Racing, we saw the exact same thing with Luca Mars, the Pilati-sponsored Energy Chassis driver. Had an amazing drive in both the pre-final and the final. It was a little bit closer in the main event, but even then, the competition still unable to keep up with the 108. Into our Junior ROK class, presented by Orsolon Racing, Eduardo Barrichello capitalized today after making a second, first in the heat races. That put him to start on the pole position for the pre-final. He had an amazing start, hitting the power valve perfectly off the green, and then was able to pull away with not only the pre-final victory, but the final victory of nearly 3 seconds. In the Senior ROK class, presented by NF Sports, Austin Garrison rose to the occasion today. He was excluded from heat number 3 due to a technical infraction, a small non-performance enhancing technical infraction, unfortunately for Austin Garrison. That put him back down to 8th after excluding him from the 3rd heat race. He was still able to make his way up to the 3rd spot by the end of the pre-final, thanks to some unfortunate bad luck for Gianluca Pedikov and Soto Sharipa. He was able to then capitalize off that starting spot to move into 2nd at the beginning of the final, and then made his bid for the lead over in turn number 4 on Ryan Norberg, and defended from then just for about half a lap before Garrison simply checked out. After he built up the lead decently over Arthur Leist from Rollison Performance Group and Norberg from PSL Karting, it held even throughout the rest of the race, and he did not put a single wheel wrong, and he was able to give J3 Competition their 2nd in a row senior victory in the MAXSpeed Entertainment events here, kicking off the Florida Winter Tour for 2017 on a good note for Austin Garrison. It was still a strong run for Arthur Leist and Ryan Norberg. Norberg just really struggled at the beginning of the final, and then even at the end he fell off a little bit more than maybe we were expecting. Unfortunately for Norberg, a 3rd place is what he was having to settle with after nearly completing a clean sweep of all official sessions from qualifying through the heats and the pre-final. He comes away with the 3rd spot in the final. Still a solid run and a great debut for the PSL karting driver. In the Shifter ROK Senior class, we saw some excitement in the pre-final because Jonathan Tanan was also excluded from the 3rd heat race for tire rotation. That put him to actually the exact same spot as Austin Garrison found himself in the Senior ROK class, 8th on the grid. Tanan was able to get up to 2nd in the pre-final, and he was charging all the way to the bumper of Gary Carlton, who took that victory, but he was still running out of laps and ran out of time to battle for the top spot. He started on the front row for the final, but Carlton got the whole shot, and Tanan just simply didn't have the upright edge over the rest of the field in the main event, as everyone put on new rubber, and it was a level playing field once again, and Tanan found himself heavy in traffic later on. Gary Carlton was able to get away with the lead. AJ Myers, Rubens Barrichello also broke away with him, and Barrichello was able to get by Myers later on. He took over the 2nd spot. Myers finished in 3rd. Gary Carlton able to score a emotional victory here at the Florida Winter Tour, kicking off his first North American Championship campaign in a very long time on a strong note. He said he was very thankful and happy to be here and enjoyed more so the atmosphere and welcoming everyone and thank youing everyone that came to congratulate him on his win, and seeing everyone again. Gary Carlton just happy to be here, but of course also happy to be on the top step of the podium. In the Shifter ROK Master class, Renato David was able to best Antonio Perez in the final with a solid move in turn number 9. He was able to take home the victory in that. And in your ROK Masters division, it was no one that was able to challenge Gaia Magno. He came in with the final victory there. So that wraps up all of your classes and wraps up another exciting day of racing here in the 2017 Florida Winter Tour, presented by Fikse Wheels. And again, the title sponsor, VCI, powered by AM Racing Engines. We have the whole thing live on YouTube, and it was also broadcasted live through our official timing and scoring app, partner race monitor. It will be broadcasted again for round number 1 with the Rotax edition next weekend. Remember, registration is still open for that at the track, and they will be ready here on Thursday and Wednesday, as well as I believe Tuesday, with registration for all drivers. So many teams staying here for the next weekend, and then we'll head to Palm Beach for round number 2. With that, and everyone here at MAXSpeed Entertainment, my name is Xander Clements, and I'll see you in a few days.